Okay, here we are at growtomatoostoday.com, and I wanted to take you into the membership area of the site and just show you some of the really cool stuff that we have going on there right now. Um, well, here we go. So, yeah, here's the dashboard. We have two modules. Module one is all about the process, the knowledge, things you need to know before you plant, and decisions that you should make before getting started so that you get the very best start as possible to your tomato plants. In this module, we have this is a critical first piece of content here, which is a podcast where I'm interviewing Ernie on, the decisions that you need to make before planting. Okay, let's go back and look at some of the others. When is the best time to plant? Choosing a tomato plant variety and fertilizer. Selecting tomato plants from the local nursery. This is a really good video where he's just showing you at the nursery which plants he would buy and which ones he would avoid at the nursery. And then here's another video on basically Ernie's secret sauce on he plants his tomatoes, how to plant them to give them the very best start possible. Um, and then there's a couple of other videos here on how to grow tomato plants from seed, and so that's module one. Module two now, it goes into things that you need to know in order to both support and cultivate highly productive tomato plants. So the first piece here is on supporting tomato plants with stakes and cages. There's a video here on that here where he goes into detail on using cages or stakes or both for supporting your tomato plants. Growing tomatoes organically. We interviewed Scott McPherson, who's a homesteader, organic gardener. Great information there. He talks a lot about just a lot of different things, including um, companion plants for tomatoes. Marlene Gilman, here we have an interview with her on tomato plant diseases and pests and how to deal with them. She's a master gardener, been around gardening and tomato growing for just decades. She goes into detail on how to deal with hornworms, blossom end rot, stink bugs, pruning advice, just a lot of different topics here in this podcast. Great stuff. And then in part two, we're a little deeper into the tomato growing season with this podcast, where we're talking about other issues that come up, such as spider mites, late blight, early blight, and of course other issues that come into play later on in the season. Excellent stuff. Just you got to know some of this stuff to deal with it when you're in the thick of harvesting your tomatoes. More things here on how to extend the growing season and get ready for the next season. How to do composting, and then there's a video here on how to compost as well. Great stuff in both modules 1 and modules 2.